Hello, good afternoon. How's it going? I'm sitting down now. I okay. Okay. Hi. Hello, how's it going? Hello, Amy. Did you have a nice midday break from hanging out with me on stream? I actually did. I ate some food. I did a nice I don't have music on. I just realized. Ate some food, which is usually hard for me to do first thing before stream. Oh, it's so quiet. It's so quiet. Okay, it's a little bit less quiet. I did try to fix my backdrop. Good, we've got a game. I did try to fix my backdrop, but apparently the plastic of the hook pieces is too slick for hot glue to be an effective binder on that. So we're gonna have to do a little more to get the backdrop hung again. And like Kevin said, that had lunch, now I have a coffee. Kevin made sure that I got my sip of coffee before coming to stream because he's uh downstairs watching the LCK. Um yeah, so we're gonna have to undertake a larger project to clean up the wall, put in an actual hook. Because Kevin's like, well, adhesive hooks should really be a temporary solution. And, you've been streaming consistently for a few months now, so maybe investing in a stronger, more robust infrastructure is warranted at this point. And that's probably true. But it's like when you first put it up, it's just like, okay, this is temporary. I'm just putting something up to get it working, and then the temporary solution becomes the permanent situation until like you really go out of your way to clean it up. So, and I guess we reached that point. It took a catastrophic failure, two catastrophic failures really, but yeah, it's time. You say that you've seen the Mushroom Girl game, seen gameplay, and it's very, I don't know, but it was a good time. Uh, don't use really thick, strong, clear tape. You don't know how much drywall I've damaged in my life with adhesives. uh, and most of my strong tape is Gorilla Tape, so super black, as well. Let me just do this really quick. I have a bonus game that I don't know if we're gonna have time for on stream, but I want to be prepared. Did so much damage to my walls. Yeah, I actually did damage to the walls of our last rental with 3M strips. There, we've got music in this. Oh no, it's gonna make me watch the intro cutscene. Yeah, some of them I wasn't able to pull the tabs efficiently enough, so it kind of just like ripping chunks out of the wall. Quit to desktop. There we go. We gotta do the mushroom first. All I've seen of this game so far, chaotic, but it's not quite the right word. It's very fun and kind of strange. Kind of strange, it really is my jam. We pause this. I'm getting very subtle music. But settings, audio, there we go. There we go. Jump to orchestration. I don't know what that means. Return. Okay, I didn't test this part. Guess we're going to have to go windowed, full screen, extended display. We'll get both of them because I don't know which side we're going to end up on. But this is always my preferred because it's where I get the mirrored, which is just more comfortable to see out of the corner of my eye than the actual version of myself. Who is the real Sid? All I know is what I've seen, like, in the store, like, the little, trailer, and I don't even, like, watch full trailers, I just, like, see the moving images, and then flip through and read the text, and it's like, that sounds good, and it's like, this has sounded good, so this is what I wanted to play. Here we go. Once upon a time, there was a humble recluse. Though they had no need for society, they did often find themselves home to a loneliness. The recluse did often find themselves home to a loneliness that they could never quite shake. In the morning, the sun would rise. At night, it would set. The recluse would observe the splendor, knowing that the sight would be made all the more beautiful by having someone to share it with. I can relate to that. Like, I'm a streamer. I can relate to the sight would be more beautiful by having someone to share it with. I believe the demos I play are more enjoyable when I have someone to share them with, or else I'd just be playing them offline all the time, and you don't see me doing that. It wasn't that they desired a relationship. Perhaps it was more a flame that had burned them one too many times. But someone to share it with, is that not a relationship? Or just a community? Or perhaps they were simply disinterested. So what is the situation? No, a child, that is what they wanted. Someone to take care of. To teach. Okay, they're not looking for an equal partnership. They're looking for somebody who is beneath them in a hierarchy of relationship, because they wanted to take care of someone. They want a dependent. That's not quite healthy in an actual relationship. But if you're clear that you want a child, someone to teach. Unfortunately, it was a longing that could not be found, not in these woods alone. However, we are never quite as alone as we think, are we? One day, a witch appeared, as if drawn by the intensity of the recluse's desire for progeny. The lumber of that the recluse had spent in the morning slipped through their hands as they spotted her, dropped an armload of firewood. They spotted her, the witch of the woods. She began to speak. You desire a child, yes? For some those are quite easy to come by, but not you, it would seem. Let us make a deal, then. If you do 3 simple chores for me, I will present you with a daughter of your very own. I thought this was a dating game. Apparently not. The recluse, caught up in a moment of naivete, quickly agreed. 3 simple tasks. Receive daughter. All right. The witch, knowing that the recluse was destined to accept, nodded and began to deliver the first of these so-called chores without hesitation. There have been some activities I've been meaning to get to. Just keep playing. I was going on the vibes of the marketing. So we're adjusting as we go. Activities I've been meaning to get to. Perhaps you could make yourself useful and cross one off this. Leave this for me. Meet daughters a check mark. Not realizing that they were simply saving the witch some time, the recluse determined which task they were most suited for. Restock a selection of unsettling components. Organize a surprisingly understated collection of keepsakes. Attend to a certain matter of a noxious laundry basket. I am greatly suited for the restock, organize, and deal with laundry. I like how they each have their unique icons. From what I saw, I wouldn't call it a dating game, but that's possibly an element if I remember correctly. That's what I got out of it. But let's organize these prized personal possessions. Why not see what a witch's most prized personal possessions look like? It's not like they would ever get the... There's like a round Modi thing. I don't think it will come off on the stream, but it looked like an eye that was just sitting in the background looking at me. It was very little unsettling. It's not like they would ever get the chance again, after all. The recluse spent a quiet afternoon, carefully unpacking and rearranging her belongings, silently speculating to themselves about the sort of life this witch has led. Arriving back to their meeting point, the recluse was excited to report their progress to the witch. Yes, I mucked around in your cottage, and now I am returning to you at our designated meeting point in the middle of the woods. Ah, very good. How kind of you. After quickly wiping themselves down, the recluse returned to their hut for the remainder of the night. One task done the second day. The recluse slept more soundly that night than they had in ages. Is this the recluse's house? 'Cause that's very nice. 2 stories? Who built this and left it behind? Having a purpose again soothed them, even if they found themselves caught up with a witch. They elected not to think about that, though. Instead, when the morning came, they simply did what they had to do, which is to say they got up and went to meet the witch. None other chores? No. Meeting the witch? Absolutely. Upon watching the recluse's approach, a sardonic smile at the witch's face. You completed your first task admirably. 2 more, and I can finally give you what you want. She paused for only a moment before delivering her next message of import. Your child will come into this world with little but her name. Let us even the scales. Bring me an heirloom, something she will forever value. The recluse thought on it briefly, searching through their home for the object they had pictured. An old bottle of medicine that has sat unopened? Absolutely not. A hairbow from your previous daughter, blackened with age? Gross. A dark, weathered tome. This is an appropriate heirloom. Once it had been said to the recluse that knowledge is power. Once it had been said to the recluse that knowledge is power. They weren't sure about that. Books often contained fanciful things that the recluse never got much use out of, but perhaps they would be more useful to their daughter. Claimed trait, tome. Bringing their prize back to the witch, she simply gave a smile. How perfect. After their brief detour to meet with the witch, the recluse resumed their normal day-to-day schedule. The third day. Oh, so it wasn't these are the 3 tasks we need to do. This is like you have 3 options of tasks for each 3 options for each task. With 2 assignments completed, the recluse could feel their excitement grow. If this witch was being honest, and for some reason they felt that she was, then that meant that this could be the last night they spent without child. They hoped so, at least. That was all that they could do. Barely remembering to get dressed, the recluse dashed to the meeting spot. Again, the witch was waiting for them there. Welcome back, recluse. Are you prepared? Today's your big day, is it not? The last task is an easy one, or at least I believe so. Bring me something colorful, something bright that you think will suit her. When they were first told about these 3 tasks, the recluse had imagined that these were much more difficult. They seemed so easy as to be a trick, which they supposed only meant that they should take it seriously, as if a mistake could mean death. With death in mind, the recluse needed to decide where to search for color. A stony river, or a field of flowers. I think a field of flowers has more likely to to bring that. If someone wanted color, where else was there even to consider? The recluse decided to make their way to a particularly idyllic field of flowers. The field was filled with an overwhelming abundance of choice. Before long, the recluse had narrowed the options down to a few. Foxglove, purple bell-like blooms. Milkweed, the bright orange herald of the butterflies. Forget-me-nots, light-hearted blue flowers. Bleeding hearts, sanguine and symbolic drops. Or black pansies, a Stygian omen. We do want color. And so I'm thinking milkweed, forget-me-nots. Maybe we'll go with milkweed. Bright orange cannot be mistaken as not a bright flower. It is not a bright color of flower as well. A mystical field of fluttering life gently yawned into the edges of the setting sun. The recluse nearly forgot what they went there for, drinking in the fresh, honeyed breeze. This was the place. Ooh, we discovered orange! The recluse returned to the witch's hut, colored item in hand. Have that very flower blooming in my garden right now. That's so lovely. Do you specifically plant a pollinator garden, or is just some milkweed one that you really like? She silently took the object, nodding her head to the recluse in recognition. The recluse stood there for a moment, unsure, before finally the witch realized what they expected. Oh ho ho! You want your promised daughter, don't you? Her voice was almost mocking, but at least it was not overtly cruel. I suppose I must tell you that I lied, human. I do require several more trifling things from you. First is the matter of payment. The recluse should have known that everything is for a cost. I think that was just narration, but the recluse should have known that everything is for a cost. Pay me now with wealth. Hello, BD. Hot mushies in your area. Please respond. We are working to achieve our mushroom daughter. Well, it wasn't very well planned, guarded by fervent native and pollinator flowers. Yeah. Pay now with life. Pay me soon. In larger quantities. Pay me at least as much pay me at a much later date in the way that I choose. If paying with wealth is an option and it'll just be us and our mushroom daughter, that's probably... They offered their coin purse to the witch, and she took it wordlessly. After pocketing the whole pouch, she returned a single coin to the recluse's hand. This will be sufficient, the witch smiles. Okay, so we have a little bit of money. With the payment settled, the witch simply smiles and handed the recluse a small pot. Humans are tricky, but mushrooms are much more resilient. Consider this an upgrade. Don't worry. Eventually she will develop a mind. Simply give her time as much as she needs. Soon your wish will be in full bloom. I suppose with all this settled, though, there is one last thing for you to consider. A young girl needs a proper name. The recluse thought on the witch's demand before offering the final thing they had to give. What is her name? Morella. Is that an appropriate name for a mushroom girl? Yeah? I can't name her Mugen. I mean, I could, but it might be weird. No? Yeah. You can... I am streaming again. You can have more treats. Mugen's wondering where the backdrop is. He's just sitting behind me. I don't understand. No, he's not. Wait, where are you? Oh, he completely left the room. Good mushy name. Mugana. We'll go with Morella. This is my daughter, Shiitake. Then she walked away. Button? We could have gone with Button. That would be actually a great name. Then she walked away, only fate knowing if the two should ever meet again. I mean, I know where the witch's cottage is. Though the recluse was unsure of the specifics, they did realize that it was important to heed her instructions. Mugen, do you want treats? Come hang out. We changed the schedule. Oh, this is a traveling cottage. Okay, you do make a good point, Amy. Mugen does not understand the schedule today. Unsure of the specifics, they did realize it was important to heed her instructions. Care for the pot, the dirt, and everything that lay within. So the recluse geared up, as any parent should, and assessed the things that they needed to raise a child. Finances, in case the nearby village had goods or services that you could not provide. Nutrients for the child, to help it grow strong. They would need plenty, as it would be depleted on a daily basis. I think mushrooms are usually... well, I mean, this is not just a mushroom. This is a mushroom child. And finally, the recluse's own stamina could not be ignored. One cannot burn the candle from both ends indefinitely. Thus began the longest growing season of the recluse's life. The Almanac. A flock of hungry birds have been harassing both your crops and your daughter recently. Info. Morella. Orange mushroom. Potted and... Oh, tome. Traits potted and tome. You have given your daughter a tome. Someday she will know how to read it. Affection. Quality. Okay. In fact, they become quite the nuisance. Okay, we are still in dialogue mode. Fetch your bow and hunt the birds. Ignore the birds. No. Purchase some poison and forcibly evict. Didn't know tome was a trait. Yeah. Because, like, the things that we... Like, orange is probably also a trait. I don't know what the first... aspect would be. Like, what the first choice about which chore that we chose to do. Let's, we've got no money, but we've got a bunch of stamina. And that's just mushroom info. Okay, fetch your bow and hunt the birds. You retrieve your bow and are lucky to leave with not one, but two birds from the flock. They shouldn't show up again for a while, and you and your daughter may rest. Nothing more could be done to the birds. The matter was laid to rest. We have much nutrients. And so that was the first day of spring. Recently, as in like the past 2 days while she's been with us, you've begun to think about your daughter's living quarters, specifically her pot. You have a few ideas how to improve it, but you only have so much time. Which do you decide to move forward with? Infuse the spoil with a drop of your own blood. Buy some fancy new substrate from town. Ensure that her soil remains ever damp. Decorate the pot. Use your cooking scraps as compost. That sounds good. That sounds wise. Decorate the pot sounds nice. Ensure that her soil remains ever damp. That seems kind of like the bare minimum that one could do. And again, we'd have finances 1. But infusing the soil with a drop of your own blood. Hear me out. This would, like, more directly bond our life essence with that of our daughter, more than just, like, the actions of our the actions of our life, but like the blood of the bits of our body, the vital essence of our body could be added to the pot as like part of raising this child, and that's what I'm gonna do. If this mushroom is to be your daughter, you think it's only appropriate to share your blood with her, see? Ah, that is typical of a parent and child, you have been told. You want your daughter to know her parent, and so you prick your finger and tell her your darkest secret as you quench her thirst. Though you do not need her to share your burdens in life, you think it's only fair that she has an inklings of what those burdens are. Her quality of life has been improved. Life continued. Totally normal, yeah. Huh? Something's happening. Gained trait. Mushroom creature. Your daughter has changed in the night. One day you awaken suddenly, discovering that your mushroom has gained enough limbs to propel themselves around the house. They grow up so fast. The creature toddles on uneasy legs, bumping into objects noisily, and a cute face now shows a vacant expression. Her demeanor seems pensive and unsure, sometimes staring long at unfamiliar objects. Encourage her thoughtfulness. Spend time nurturing her environment. Add enrichment to her enclosure. Motivate her to do something more productive. Let's encourage her thoughtfulness. Because she has this book to read eventually, after all. Your daughter's development is going better than expected, and you want to promote her inquisitive nature. You gather a collection of unusual things from around the house for her to look at, such as nooks, antiques, and broken tools. Morella, do you know how to fix this broken tool? She continues to observe these things you bring her for long hours, seemingly finding enrichment in the activity. Yay! Enrichment in her enclosure. The decision being made, life continued. One evening, you hear a light knocking at your door. Quite a rare occurrence. Peeking through the window, I wonder if these, instead of being days of spring, are like weeks of spring. Giving toddlers broken tools. Giving them broken tools can be safer than giving them power tools. Just throwing that out there. Peeking through the window, you witness none other than the Witch of the Woods, standing on the doorstep of your humble hut. Could she be here for a visit, or to settle a debt? There is no debt between us. Introduce her to your daughter. Privately, request a stipend. No. That highlights finances. No, I am a strong single parent. We will just introduce them and see how Morella receives her godparent. Because the witch kind of is. Perhaps it was time for your daughter to meet the witch. She could maybe even learn a thing or two. The two of you answer the door and invite the gloomy woman inside for dry and awkward small talk. Some leaves. We lost some nutrients in that. Oh, but we've gained stamina back. No. We're 8. We're down to 6. Something about the way the two absolutely stare at each other. You wonder if they've made some sort of connection today. Decision being made. Life continued. We really do need some finances. Mushroom creature with mystic bond and tome. Do you still have... Oh, we don't have pot as a tome anymore because she's outgrown that. Your daughter does not yet have this gleam, but she could if you raise her right. Alright. Return. What's in the almanac? I haven't... the Mushopedia. We don't have anything yet. The music. There's just a whole Where's Ass? This is the story of how you acquired Rex as a child. This is some text. No, I'm fine with the game color. Flower colors. Okay. Stone colors. So these are different colorways of Mushroom Girl that we may find. Daughter's grown. Average dampness, average mycelium. Okay. No clue. What's going on in this? Endings discovered. Total endings 34. Living daughters and fallen daughters. That's okay. The Mushipedia. Okay. That's what's in the almanac. We shall continue. The day's gotten away from you already. The sun's gentle descent is being swallowed behind the forest's reach. You weren't able to finish everything you set out for today, but you only have time for one more chore. Barter for some fine substrates to better grow your daughter. Purchase new can't afford it. Grab a lead and take your daughter for a walk. Enrichment. Finish a favor for the village's a favor the leader's villager asked of you. You've already worked hard enough. Retire to the tavern. This one might get us. Oh, it's gonna cost stamina. Take your daughter for a walk. Purchase new construction. Barter for some substrates. But does this improve our finances or not? I don't think it would. Let's go with the stamina one. And get this off of our plate. Finish a favor the village's leader asked of you. Doing favor for the leader is comfortable for you. It allows flexibility while still giving you some funds. Today is no different. Yay, coins! Oh, big coins. Today is no different than usual. You herd some cats for the leader, and in exchange, they pay you. How novel. Your tasks behind you and your daughter Your tasks behind you, you and your daughter return home. Each do a nice bath and a simple dinner. Huh? Something's happening. Another phase of spring has passed. Gained a trait, child? Your daughter changed in the night. And then we are in the last month of spring. Oops. One morning, you notice that your daughter is nowhere to be seen. After an hour of searching in the nearby area, you find her sitting alone in a familiar clearing. Okay. To your surprise, the creature had now taken the form of a young girl. You feel relieved to confirm that the witch hadn't betrayed you. At your approach, she turns and smiles at you before continuing to thoughtfully stare into space. Sit with her in silence. Buy her a nice gift to celebrate. Tell her it's time to go home. No. We will just sit with her in silence and, perhaps this is even the meadow that the flower that you were born from was picked. So this is a part of you, a part of your life, and a part of your home. You do wonder what your daughter is thinking about so intently, but decide not to disturb her. Taking a seat next to her, you appreciate the beauty of the forest and spend time thinking lovingly of your daughter. After nearly an hour, she stands up and heads back home, seemingly finished with her introspection. The decision being made, life continued. What a brainiac. While sitting at home one day, you hear an unexpected knock at the door. Unfortunately, when you go to answer, you find yourself face to face with a man that you never wished to see again, though he was older now. A scar running down his cheek was unmistakable. It took me a while to find you this time, recluse. The sound of his voice sends a long-forgotten chill down your spine. This man is your former business partner, from a time when you did work that was less than admirable. I'm sure this... The info... Okay. Accidentally clicked through. But she is a bookworm. You've been taught to read. Beg this man to leave you alone. Kill the man. Agree to do business with the man. Give the man a significant sum of money to go away. That will cost us finances. This will cost me... peace of mind. But if we agree to do business with him, and we could afford more nice things for our daughter. But what kind of example do we want to show for? Okay. Unintentional click again, but here we are. We're trying to pay him off. You've known this man long enough to understand what he truly desires. Money. Perhaps if you offered him some, he would agree to leave you alone. When you explain this line of thought out loud, his eyes sparkle. You've always known me so well. You quickly gather an amount of gold that you hope will satisfy him in a pouch, and then place that pouch in his hand. It's been a pleasure doing business for you. Just a shakedown? It's just a shakedown? As he leaves, you tell him never to return. That only cost us 5 out of our 9 finances, which, if he sticks to this and never comes back, probably a good deal. You realize that, buried in your new goal, you've forgotten to feed yourself, or procure any human food, really. What seems like the most nutritious option? To the woods for foraging? To the village, their market has many enticing goods. Sneak morsels away from your charge. No! No! Well, we have more money than accidental clicks or fate. Suppose so. And now we'll spend the rest of our coin on nutritions from the village. There are things that you cannot possibly find or make on your own, and sometimes you desire them. Rarely do you indulge, but today is different. Strolling into the market, you find a booth with a particularly interesting food that you've never had before. A strange soup that's thick, hearty, and incredibly spicy. Finances, question mark? You purchase more than you can eat, and decide to give your child the scraps. They seem to invigorate her. The decision being made, life continued. An end? One night, you find yourself struggling to sleep. Your mind wanders as you consider your current path in life. You've lived peacefully with your daughter for many moons. Initially, it was strange. Well, it never stopped being strange, but you were always thankful for the company. The company is what I wanted, after all. Besides, the affection you felt for her was like any parent would feel towards their child. That was normal, at least. Your thoughts turned to the concept of time, particularly how you were once alone, and how you aren't afraid that you will be again someday. Your daughter has more and more curiosities about the outside world. It's only a matter of time before she wants to strike out on her own path. You hope that you'll be fulfilled now. You hope that you've done enough. Ultimately, you find comfort in what you've done. You may have had many failures in your life, but there's only one thing you can die proud of. Gain to trait poisonous, gain trait hallucinogenic, and a new beginning. Oh, we have become the mushroom girl that we have been raised to be in this world. Telling the recluse that you wanted to see more of the world wasn't an easy conversation. As they grow older, you worried about leaving them on their own. Thankfully, okay, that plane was loud. Thankfully, as they grew older, you worried about leaving them on their own. Thankfully, your concerns were unwarranted. They were happy that you had grown enough and that you wanted to move out. They even offered to help you build your own home, close to theirs. You were welcome to visit any time, obviously. Faster than you would have anticipated, the two of you built your home together. Yeah, you heard that plane, Why didn't I drink my water while the plane was going overhead? Situational awareness, what? one's empty. Okay. They show you all the tricks they knew and made sure to impart as much knowledge as they possibly could. Can't drink and listen at the same time. It's like how you have to turn down turn down the radio so you can see street signs better when you're driving. Trying to like find the right. Oh, it's too loud. I can't see. Just neurodivergent processing things. Don't worry about it. As much knowledge as they possibly could. Finally, the day arrived. You were officially on your own. You were scared a little, but also excited. It felt like a new chapter was just beginning for you. Gained trait, loving parent. Chapter 3, a girl on her own. Marilla, volatile orange, fly are agaric. Now it's summer. Just as you're about to return home, an unfamiliar type of tree catches your eye. Plump. There's a plane overhead. Drink some water. I thought that might have been, Oh! We have so many more states to worry about now. And one of them is humanity. Plump. Pink-orange fruits. So like peaches. Dangle from a large mass of branches upon inspection. You also find plenty scattered around the base of the trunk as well. Climb the tree for the perfect fruit. Eat a fruit off the ground at random. Girl. Take a nap under the big tree. We are young and adventurous. Let us climb that tree for the perfect fruit. Okay, we had a die check, a skill check. Finding some decent footholds, you hoist yourself up into the branches. After clambering around for a bit, you spotted the shiniest, fattest fruit you've ever seen. Oh, agaric is a mushroom. Okay. Thank you for checking that out for me, because I wasn't even going to remember how it was spelled. Saw the word, didn't understand it, moved on. But we always like to learn things here on stream. Merc and Merc, what different kinds of... Like, our science fact for the day is agaric is a mushroom. So wait, did Google say that it's a particular, like, type of mushroom? Or is it just, like, a mushroom-related word in general? I'm guessing it's a particular type of fungi. Okay. Oh, the pink-orange fruit, like, that sounds like it's probably... pink-orange fruit. Probably a peach. Plump peaches. But... I'm liking to imagine that it's, that they're apricots, because when I was growing up, excuse the cut and paste, you're good. We had an apricot tree in our backyard, and so apricots have just, like, been my favorite for the longest time. Oh, yes, that's what I need to do. An agaric is a type of fungal fruiting body characterized by the presence of pelleus that is clearly differentiated from the steep with a lamule on the underside of the... Those are so many words. Those are so many mushroom-specific words. Apricots are so good. It's a type of mushroom, the diverse group of agarics being lumped together as guild mushrooms. Okay, so it's a type of guild mushroom specifically. Hence all the words that I couldn't pronounce confidently the first time in the original paragraph. Okay. And I believe a morel is a type of guild mushroom. But I could be wrong. Keeping tight. I don't always see apricots in grocery stores anymore. Have they fallen out of fashion? Or is it just like... I don't know. Keeping a tight grip on your position, you reach out and grab the fruit. Victory is in your grasp. After admiring the view, you climb down. Now it is time to savor your prize. You enjoy your walk home, admiring the subtle sweetness. A man wearing vibrant multicolored robes and a large pack approaches your home. I guess that's it. We missed the... Didn't know how to explain that. I don't know. That kind of forgotten about them. And I think if I'm probably out of the acceptable growth region for stone fruit. I'm probably too far north, which is a shame because, like, oh, having my own apricot tree again, that would be so delightful. This man with the okay, that gives me the history. Vibrant, multicolored robes and a large pack approaches. He's heard rumors of a beautiful fungal woman as has come to paint you. He asks if you will give him your the honor of being first to put your beauty to canvas. Refuse. You are not so vain as to want art made of you. Convince the artist to teach you instead. I like that kind of idea. Accept the artist's request and allow him to paint you. Will he paint me in repose with the apricot juice dripping from my mouth? I might lose my psyllium doing that. But I'm not going to refuse. Convince the artist to teach you. This looks like it will be a role of some kind. One of his, yeah, like with the fruit, like one of your French girls. No, let's see if we can convince him to teach us instead. Aw, the man is too disappointed to register your request for a lesson. He simply turns and sadly walks back where he came from. But... What a disappointment. Well, you know... We could have worked out a second order acceptable arrangement, but if you're just gonna give up as soon as I suggest anything other than what you want, then that you're not somebody I want to work with anyways. If you can't handle a pivot, bye. One day, without realizing it, you've stayed in the village much later than intended. The sun has fully set, and darkness has enveloped all. Thankfully, you are fully capable of taking care of yourself. You know this settlement well. The lack of sun does not change that. You decide to take a shortcut through an alley, but to your surprise, there are others there as well. Quite a few others, in fact. It quickly becomes apparent that most of the alley's denizens are going into a single door, one that, when open, allows you to hear the faint sounds of revelry and triumph from within. When they go to leave, many have small trinkets and seem tired from a long night of cheering. Enter the door. Oh. Mind your own business? Nope. Steal from one of the easy marks. I don't know if I'd be welcome inside, so I'm going to steal from one of these people who are distracted and see what trinkets they possess. Okay, we passed. The trinkets don't seem particularly valuable to you. They mainly appear to be small pieces of tacky ornate clothing or small cloth dolls. However, when there's a market, there's money. It seems like a bad idea to do crime while in the busiest part of the alley, so you stand in an adjacent alley instead, knowing that eventually someone will wander through. Finally, someone does! A meek-looking woman with her coin pouch visibly tied to her waist. Thankfully, you are particularly good at relieving other people of their belongings without alerting them. Why am I so good at this? My natural sneakiness from being woodsborn? You begin to walk in the opposite direction of her, leaning in and accidentally bumping into her. You mutter a quick apology, running off before she has the opportunity to realize you've managed to expertly liberate her coin pouch. It isn't much, but what can you say? You're richer now than you were before, and a little more experienced, too. So, I don't even have, coins anywhere. Poisonous, hallucinogenic, great appeal. Heck yeah. About me, bookworm young adult. Books, cards, and tokens. Don't like an event? Use one of these cards and you can be on your way. Back to home in no time. Spores. We have wealth times 2. About me, bookworm, and young adult. I do have a loving parent after all. The recluse will always live in your heart, and for the time being, next door as well. Maybe the recluse taught her they did have a nefarious past. You are correct. You feel a crisp breeze. The heat is relenting. The trees are changing in color. Fall has arrived. One day, in need of supplies, you head to the local apothecary. It's always a wonderful, cozy experience. Inside, you have a particular fondness for a painting hung up near the counter of a mushroom woman like yourself, with a frog in her lap. Not to mention the vast amounts of ingredients and goodies all readily available. Business beats the nitty-gritty of foraging every time. Quick save. Unfortunately, this time around, you feel a set of eyes staring at you. You turn your neck and barely catch a glance at the strange man following you. He's wearing a look as ravenous and tattered as his wizard's hat. Wizard's hat? Info. This is my info. Tell the man off. You're just not some component after all. Wait, what? Oh, head to the local apothecary. We prefer buying things to foraging because it's just faster. Really catch a strange man following you. So it's not we are in the apothecary, but the apothecary person is not staring at us. Tell the man off. You're not just a component after all. Run back home as quickly as you can. What's the lore? Ass, you've made it. Hello, welcome. We are, we started out as a recluse wishing for a daughter to share our life with. So, went to get sushi. Oh, your life is so hard. I'm so sorry that you had to get sushi and miss out on the first half hour of, Musume. Right, first, we need to tell this man off. You angrily turn on your heel and yell at him, "Ah, we failed! I am a mushroom, you know, I'm a person." Unable to successfully form a defense, the man seems emboldened. He approaches you with a sinister grin. Squeamish and afraid, you pass out. Oh no! We might become component after all. So this is Morella, a volatile orange fly agaric. We raised her, a recluse. A recluse raised her. A recluse got her from a witch in spring and raised her in a pot for a few weeks. The recluse fed Morella a bit of blood and gifted her both an old tome so she could learn how to read, and gifted her an orange flower which gave her this glorious coloring. And so after like a season in the pot, we grew up and grew our limbs and were able to leave. And now we are life adventuring. Also the recluse helped us build our very own house right next door. So we're trying to balance our traits of humanity, mycelium, dampness, robustness, and potency. We have these cards and tokens. We have a spore token. Empower spells or poison with your spores at the cost of your own potency. We do have some food and a little bit of wealth in our pockets. The cursor, yeah, the cursor is a mushroom. Yeah. All we really know. Reputation, relative obscurity. People don't think much about you. But we also do have this family matters of the mystic bond. You have developed some rapport with your creator, the Witch of the Woods. Oh, and we robbed people, yeah. So we have the mystic bond of the witch who initially potted us and then gave us to the recluse, and then the loving parent bond of the recluse who gave us their blood and now lives next door. Yeah, so we are doing little slice of life encounters every week or so. Like, we get these little pips in the corner, and so we'll have 3 autumnal encounters. And like in this, we were accosted in the apothecary and had to, I am a mushroom, wait, I know I'm a person, and then got freaked out and fainted. We need to get our mycelium back up. Okay. Unable to successfully form a defense. You're the witch, and I'm the recluse, and this is Rex. Man has seemed emboldened. He approaches with a sinister grin. Squeamish and afraid, you pass out. Apothecary, look out for your customers, please. Several hours later, you wake up a few pounds lighter. Then, later that week, you hear a rumor about a man that seems to have been driven to madness by some sort of mushroom. The concept of Rex being a cute mushroom girl. You guess some man can't handle their vices. Oh, right. We are poisonous and hallucinogenic and have great appeal. Naturally charming, and people seem to love me. He loved me perhaps a little too much. You have a bad habit of causing great harm to those who take a bite of you. May cause hallucinations. I'm that kind of mushroom. New scenario. You are awoken in the middle of the night by a loud crash from your kitchen. You scramble to investigate and finally catch the source of the racket. A man hunched over in pain in the middle of your cooking nook. He spots you and seems to panic, waving his hands around. I have noticed that a large quantity of the NPCs we've run into have been men. Wait, it's not what it looks like. You are not befouling my cooking nook with your grubby hands? If it's not what it looks like, what is it? Well, it's exactly what it looks like, but I injured myself, so I'm no longer pursuing that plan. Why don't you bless a poor fool and choose to excuse my rudeness? Oh, we did rob a lady. Yes. I'm not sure she was old, but we did rob a lady. Oh, I guess everybody is old compared to us, since we're only like 2-3 seasons old at this point. Excuse his rudeness. An injured thief is still a thief. Kick him out. An injured thief is still a thief. No honor among thieves. Kick him out. No. No one will break into your house and tell you to forgive them. You roughly grab the man by the scruff of his collar and then proceed to take out the trash. Alright. I'm not sure what that changed for us stat-wise, but I can see that our mycelium stat has been dropping. One day, while gathering some resources from the forest, you realize that the sun has gone and set on you. You hadn't been anticipating a night trip, so this is a little bit unfortunate. Thankfully, you could spot a fire on the road ahead. The reason that the old lady, or like the lady that we robbed, doesn't feel like it counts as much as a female NPC is because we didn't, like, we stole from her. Plain. Have some water. That's not a bad strategy so far, by the way. Yeah, like, we haven't talked to very many women. We've mostly, the NPCs we've talked to have been men. Thankfully you can spot a fire on the road ahead. It appears to you that a single man is sitting next to it, but with a worn tent set up nearby. Was it a spirit scout? Is he talking to ghostly bears? The man bears a distinctive set of tattoos, spotting his face and arms with a set of decorative, presumably, eyes. You contemplate the thought of approaching this man and keeping yourself warm beside his fire. Does this appeal to you? Only if we're gonna roll him. Join the man. You can make your own way. I think just for the sake of for our dampness. But it would be bad for our dampness to make our way home and not beside the fire. But no, let's join the man. And it's dark and you have nothing on you to create a camp. You figure that it's acceptable to ask at something else. Because it's noping out of an encounter, just like completely rejecting participation in it. It's like listed as cards and tokens that we have. Don't like an event? Use one of these cards and you can be on your way back home in no time. Cards represents the choices you make. You won't be able to use special cards in every event, but they will automatically be dealt to you in appropriate situations. Be careful. Most types of cards and most card types are limited. When they're out, and so we're saving the nope card for a situation that we really want to get out of. Allegedly. Feel like it's acceptable to ask, if nothing else, though if karma exists. Although, like, it was a thief that asked to stay, and, like, us to help him while he was robbing us, and I just said no. I'm not trying to do anything to this guy. So hopefully, this stranger will take more kindly on me, because I am lovable. As you approach the man, he seems immediately aware of your presence. Welcome, daughter of the witch. Oh, I thought I was telling you that you can't choose that card. Yeah. No. It's a get out of jail free cards of sorts. Welcome, daughter of the witch. He speaks calmly, identifying you more precisely than most. You idly think that it's unfair to be called the daughter of the witch. The witch did not raise you, after all. Nevertheless, you asked the man if you could join him. It's a dark night, and you would have left yourself stranded. Thankfully, he seemed sympathetic to your plight. What's mine is yours, fellow fey-touched. He pauses. Though you may find I do not have much to offer. You eye his meager campsite. Fire and company will have to get you through the night, it seems. I mean, I think that's fine. I was foraging out in the woods when this happened, so presumably I have a pack of wild edibles with me. Though you do spy a variety of small, strange trinkets. Some part of you suspects that they are fortune-telling in nature. What do you do with the remnants of the evening? Ask the man to tell your future. Wild edibles? Ask him for nothing more than you already have. He speaks with you with familiarity. Help him learn his place. No, that seems like a great conversation. Calling you daughter of the witch, Fey Touch, this man has only just met you for the first time, yet does not seem to be aware of that fact. You give him a long look from head to toe. Tacky tattoos and dressed in what looked like spare linen. Just who does he think he is? For a while, you stay quiet. The two of you sit around the fire apprehensively. Finally, he speaks up. Not good. I know what you're planning. He speaks confidently, unflappably even. This is a strange thing to say. Mugen might be here. Yeah, because like I'm looking this way, and on my camera I see myself looking that way, and it's like Mugen's not over there. Why are you looking on the empty side of the room for a kitty? Hi. Psst. Hi. Did you come to visit? He's not even trying to scan for treats yet. Nevertheless, you had a plan. You just had decided a plan of action. You must stick to it. Are we going to roll him? Are we going to steal his fortune-telling devices? You take a deep breath and mimic his words right back at him in a high, nasally voice. Unfortunately, this doesn't seem to cause the annoyance that you were seeking. He somehow manages to keep his face entirely stony, despite your total own on him. He is thrown off by the double streaming. This is true. What? What? What did you have to say, chatty boy? Meow. Tail and muff. Okay. Okay, you just want to sit here. You just want to sit here? You just want to sit here and get cuddled? Hello, Moobs. He's like, it was hot yesterday, and I double streamed yesterday, and I'm double streaming today. He might be a little weirded out by it. And then after the incident, he was did not want to be held. He did not want to cuddle in any of his normal places. It was very tragic. He was like sitting in the middle. He was sitting in the little gap between the dining room rug and the living room rug, just like, but like not on anything soft, just like in a corner that he never sits in. It was very strange. Didn't want any company. Got too much manhandling already. I'm not pulling your whiskers, you got stuff in them. How are your whiskers gonna function if you have cobwebs stuck in them? You gotta wash your face. He somehow manages to keep his face entirely stony despite your total own on him. I think you should leave. Ugh, whatever, he was weird anyways. You force yourself to make the long trek home in the dark. Thankfully, you do make it back in the end. But then it's gonna, like, you're gonna have to sleep in the next day after you do all your normal evening stuff, and it's gonna throw off the entire schedule. And, like, what's the recluse gonna think? Gained a trait. Cruel. We've been working towards that. Would you like treats? Go to your spot so I can grab them. A chilling breeze greets you one morning. It is winter, heralding the approach of winter. Yeah, we just got through autumn. With the end of the year approaching, you find yourself considering your aspirations. You want to accomplish something significant, you decide. Something you'll remember. Take on a dangerous quest. Your head will not fit in there. My dude, your head will not fit in there. Hi, sweetie. Okay. Yeah. Hi. Kibbles? No. You get to brush your teeth. Double teeth brushies. Although the fact that I'm rewarding him twice in one day might reinforce that bothering me while I'm at my desk will result in treats. We'll burn that bridge when we come to it. So, do we want to take a dangerous quest? Attend a charming event at the gala? Decide not to pursue anything? Well, it's going to absolutely be the dangerous quest. Or if we attend... Excuse me. A charming evening at the gala. How will we be able to incorporate our cruelty into it? No, we try to only be brutal out of necessity, and so we'll take on a dangerous quest. In your travels, you have been told of some particularly challenging quests. Possible tests of your merit. Of the potential opportunities for glory you've heard, you decide to... slay a terrible beast. Actually, don't do a quest. Well, If our options are to stay a terrible beast or bail, let's try to slay a terrible beast. You have heard rumors of a monstrous animal terrorizing a nearby community. Bye. Perhaps you may win some renown if you step to hunt the beast. Preparations will take some time, but you decide to take on the creature before the end of the year. I was about to say I already saw the golem. Ah, okay. While foraging one day, you discover a dilapidated outhouse in the middle of the forest. You wonder what it's doing out here. After all, the surrounding area is all land that has clearly been abandoned for some time. Inspect the facility. Use the facility. What? So we're in a dilapidated outhouse in the middle of the forest. Is all land that's been cleared and abandoned for some time. Inspect the outhouse facility. Use the facility. Let's just inspect it. An outhouse, you posit, or perhaps a sacred and disguised altar. It only makes sense for there to be some sort of magical connotations. Oh, the Kappas. Out here in the woods, the Kappas? Otherwise abandoned outhouse in the middle of the wood? Yeah, that is true. Yeah, right? Hontonne? Surely that must be the case. So, steadying your anticipation, you open the outhouse door. Wow! Amazing! It's really not well kept. Funny, you expected something, well, magical. Like, maybe if the thing was bigger on the inside. We don't know our soul still out of the toilet. Or, wait. Hold on a minute. There appears to be a treasure. Magical treasure inside the pit latrine. A convenient pouch of holding right next to the seat. Amazing! You are now the lucky owner of a pouch of magical night soil! Giddy with excitement, you make your way back home. Our mycelium did go up. Curious as to the properties of your newfound agent. We just gained the trait, magical night soil? So that's just, like, part of our info? Is that a Carter token? About me is cruel. Ah, my inventory. The trusty knife. This is not what I was expecting. A magical night soil. No, not actually magical, just some normal night soil. Night soil. Perfectly coiled? What? The perfect poop emoji. Night soil. Family matters. Oh, my yearly goal! Hunt the beast. Okay. Something beast terrorizing the humans. Used to hunt it. Alright. Well, on your way to gather firewood, you find that your world is suddenly turned upside down. Quite literally. After a second of disorientation, you suss help. Somehow you walked yourself right into a trap. Your foot is above you, caught in thick rope loop. You call for help, hoping that someone is nearby. Thankfully, that seems to be the case. Ah. Whoa, no. It's not good if somebody's nearby to a trap that could catch me. That means that they're the person who set the trap. Not likely to help. Unfortunately for you, you recognize the man who approaches. That rotten thief. My, you're not quite what I had pictured squirming in my trap, the man says with a sly grin. I'm quite in the predicament here, you see. I do feel bad about the other night, so I don't want to rob you again, but you do. You are also quite mean to me, so perhaps I do want to rob you. A little. Is this the man who harvested my flesh or who tried to steal from my house? He clicks his tongue, lightly tapping his fist on his opposing palm. How about this? I'll do what you so badly wanted me to do the other night. Leave! Have fun, little mushroom girl! The man winks and simply walks off, leaving you still ensnared. How rude. Excuse me, we do have a knife. Now you have to figure out another plan. Wiggle your way loose. Continue to wait. Well, let's work on the wiggling. You resolve to free yourself by wiggling. Stranger things have worked. I literally have a knife. It's right here. It's right here in my backpack. A trusty knife. It's always performed perfectly. You start swinging back and forth, trying to gain momentum. Finally, success! You propel yourself roughly into the floor of the forest. Grateful to be free. Ah, you barely even mind getting a little scuffed up. You happily return to your chore. Maybe it's a crusty knife. The font is ambiguous sometimes. While you're walking through the town, you are suddenly approached by a scraggly yet energetic man. Again, all of our personal interactions have been with men. Ugh. He is very interested in your mushroom features and asks if you would be willing to trade something for a few bits of your branches and flesh. No! I'm not going to sell my body. Deny the request. You tell the man no and turn to leave. Your danger senses go off. Your danger sense goes off, though, and you quickly dodge to the side. The man falls flat on his face, which only happens because he had tried to reach and tear out some of your branches away. He gets no sympathy from you. You decide to leave him there and simply head home. We are, after all, cruel. Everybody wants a piece of me. Today, in the dead of winter, all things in the forest lie still. Even so, you are on a hunt. You have heard rumors of a terrible beast that haunts these woods through the winter. When all else is quiet, it turns its appetite to the nearby villagers. So you have taken it upon yourself to hunt the beast, perhaps winning renown among those who spend the winter months in fear. Approaching this section of the forest the creature has been sighted in most recently, you carefully consider your options. Search for signs of the beast. Call out, making your presence known. We're used to foraging and looking through the undergrowth. Let's search for signs. Doesn't look good. The snow is fresh and loose. You wander around looking for animal tracks, but they are so indistinct that you soon become unable to tell which ones are your own. Morella, this is your first winter, so it's understandable that you wouldn't know everything about tracking in these circumstances. Okay. The beast has almost certainly been through the... You need to figure out how to make your own tracks in an unobtrusive way, but still recognizable so you don't double back accidentally. You garner very little useful information for your hunt. The mycelium on the back of your neck stands up, registering the sound of a low growl before you even notice it. The beast is here. Now, the beast approaches you brazenly, a haggard wolf, eyes burning with ravenous hunger. Standing nearly as tall as you, its iron thews show prominently under its lithe frame and aging gray pelt. Muscular power, body or sinews. That's what the quick answer of what thews mean. Muscular power or development. That is their second new word for the day. But does musculature show under its lithe frame? Under its aging gray pelt, I'll give you. Its tremendously proportioned head and glinting white teeth tell you how effective at killing this creature is, and a blood-stained maw leaves no room for doubt. This is the monster the villagers speak of, a terrible man-eating beast. You tighten your grip on your trusty knife, steeling your nerves. Hesitation here may spell death. Wait for the wolf to act first? No, charge the beast. We will marshal our potency and charge! You suddenly rush towards the beast, your trusty knife point, leading the charge. In a practiced motion, you slash the wolf as it attempts to twist away, not swish away. A bloody red line shows on its flank, a shallow cut. You scarcely have time to consider your next tactic before you notice movement in the corner of your eye. You sidestep it just in time to avoid the gnashing bite of a second wolf, the dark pelted beast just as large and ravenous as the first. Two great wolves circle the clearing, the teeth bared and salivating menacingly. The forest says, oh, there are two wolves inside me. Both of them are really hungry. Was there anything else? Salivating menacingly, no. Push one into the bushes. Attempt to slay them both. Cut your losses and abscond. Robustness, mycelium, dampness. I think we're gonna go with robustness. This seems like the tactical way to do it. Yes! You reason that if you slay one of the beasts, the other will lose its confidence. Hopefully, and either way, then it won't be 2 against 1. Focusing on the weaker looking of the two wolves, you leap at the animal as it crosses a particularly tangled patch of undergrowth. You push it at the surprisingly light-framed beast, causing the two of you to tumble into the snow. But your trusty knife is ready. Where was this trusty knife when I was caught in a snare trap? The wolf twists its massive head, biting at your legs viciously. I'm poisonous. You pivot all your weight over the wolf, pushing the blade into its rib cage. A quick glance of your shoulder, daring the other beasts to approach. You yell, plunging the trusty knife in again. The wolf, at least, is dead. Trusty, not crusty. Yeah, trusty. The font isn't that bad. Info. Oh yeah, okay, it does look crusty. It does look crusty. You're pulling yourself up from the bloodstained. I turned around to pet a cat who wasn't here. From the bloodstained snow, you pant heavily. A cursory scan of the tree line confirms the second wolf has absconded into the woods, nowhere to be seen. I very rarely trusty knife, yeah. I very rarely see abscond without it being blah 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 absconded with. As in my mind, when you abscond, you always have to be taking something with you, even though the word itself doesn't mean taking something. It's just like they're always paired together. It's just a weird thing. Not possessing the proper skills or equipment to skin the wolf, you decided to claim its tail as a trophy. The villagers, you are sure, will be elated to see it. Now we're a wolfy mushroom girl. You clean yourself off and prepare for your return trip. Unfortunately, at least today, a man-eating beast still prowls the wood. Gain the trait Beast Hunter. We've done it once, we can do it again. As you grow older, you look back on your life. You think back to the witch who created you, and can't help but wonder if everything met her expectations. You wonder if you were the daughter your parent had hoped for. Ending after all this time. Marilla survived as a beast hunter. A cruel beast hunter, but an effective one. You have grown up. Large Grey Wolf's tail, you have tracked and killed the man-eating beast. Those are my achievements. A distinctly patterned toadstool packed with appeal. Congratulations on finishing your first run of Mushroom Musume. You've discovered one of over 30 endings available in the demo. Ooh! 30 endings available in the demo version of the game. We encourage you to experiment a little while growing your next daughter to see how different she can turn out. Be sure to check out your almanac if you want to track your progress. Mushipedia. We've got one. Ah, yeah. Fly agaric, a distinctly patterned toadstool packed with appeal. Neat. So I guess by choosing different things but she's only a 1-star mushroom. 30 endings? That means that the demo has a lot of content available in it. And, so this might get revisited at some point in the future. I don't know. And while the runs are it was an hour and a half. That actually went a little bit longer than I expected it to. I thought it's about 10 till the hour, and then kept playing, and the playing was engaging to the point where I didn't notice that so much time was passing. Excellent. We can quit. Yes. What a delightful little game. This came out last year, and so, you can play the demo, which apparently has 30 endings to it, or wishlist the full game, which is normally $15, and when it is full price, as it is right now. Oh, okay, so that was less, unfortunately no dating yet, but we did take independent chaotic choices. Who needs to date when you can, ROB? Ruin the Beast? Fantasy. Bugfix, Hawkfix. Whimsical, endearing fairy tale. Okay, so, it is a weird mushroom game. Unfortunately, it's not weird mushroom, Oh, but you can rob. That was it. That was emphatic, not an acronym. Rob, thief, steal from people, be cruel. My mistake. Who needs to date when you can rob? All right. Oh, good point. I might need to edit the... Okay. Shaping the life cycle of a mushroom. But this... The game does... it's not analytics settings. Oh, these settings. There's only so far the inherent queerness of being a mushroom girl and all of that culturally implies. It's a queer feeling game, but without queer text that we have come to. But the mushroom girls are really cute. And it seems like yeah. I'm reading spoilers in the thumbnails in the Steam store, but this is all digression. Except for we're going to go for Omurice this time. I did not. Yeah. I tried. I'm rice. Okay, this one is working full screen. Excellent. Oh, but it doesn't work like that, right? Let us open this. I made Omurice for a frog yesterday. Oh, the reckless is the they them. I thought the reckless that you play as does not have the gender unstated, so you can apply any pronouns to it you desire. All right, let's try some Omurice. From this game looks so stinking cute. We're on a run of really stinking cute games, if I may say so. Okay, introducing Interactive Storybook. Omurice next time, created by Griffin K. Table of contents, extras. Press and drag the margins to navigate through the pages. To Garrett, the love of my life. To Mom, who supported me through the darkest days. Story 1. Chapter 1, the story of Finn and Gray. Ah, New Year's holiday. So peaceful, so relaxing. Windreach, a quaint coastal town where love is drifting in the air. Here on a small apartment, top floor, lives my favorite couple. Finn Fujimoto, 26, shop owner. How did he get his own shop at 26? That's amazing. Likes reading a pun book and watching the turtle walk. Gray Morgan, 30, truck driver. Dislikes complicated things and waiting in line. Just wants to keep moving. Hello, hello. They got their little... Life is plain and simple. They don't have much. That hardly matters. They're just having a little chat. What a relaxing holiday. I clicked beyond the boards. The bounds of the game. I was a little tanuki, yeah. Thank you very much. Not far away in the shopping street, Finn runs a small sweets shop called Nightwind. Nightwind is known for its dorayaki. It only sells dorayaki. No fancy flavors, only old-fashioned pancakes filled with sweet red bean paste. The recipe is from Finn's grandpa, and the price is 85 BRY, 0.77 Great British pounds per piece. Nightwind would be a great fantasy novel title. What makes you think there aren't already like 7 of them? I tried looking for a book called Heart of Stone yesterday, and there were just so many books with that title. I need to move this. Okay. I can handle 2 versions of my face. I cannot handle 3 versions of my face. This one, that one, and that one was a little bit overwhelming. If you buy 4, you can get an extra one without charge. Buy 4, get 1 free. Plus, you'll get a cup of green tea for free as well. How to make. Tap to show guide of how to make. Tap oven surface, wait till drop batter. To drop batter, wait till cooked. Tap cook buns to flip. Oh! Tap and make batter. So when they have the bubbles, you can flip them. Not quite ready. Make them a top or a bottom. Wait. Okay, I just needed to wait a little bit longer, and now it's done. Now it's done. Drag a bottom bun here. Get it sprayed. Spray with red bean paste. Then cover it with a top bun. Ah, I get it. And then flip that and drag it there. We've made 2. We can make a couple more. There's a bottom. Spray on some red bean paste. Are you done? Yes. Now you're a top. Not quite done yet. That one is. So we'll... There we go. Come on. Drag it. Drag it down. for some reason, like, having this... I don't even know if this mini game is going to matter. But, like, the little instructional, informational opportunity of just, like, that the little bit of interaction is really sweet. No, they seem to want to stack with the newest ones on the bottom. Exists as a book series, at least 2 series I can see. Make sure they're done. Got all the steam out, fully cooked. So we can drag these 3 bottoms down. You get red bean paste, and you get red bean paste. I really need to get more red bean paste. Refill. Are you waiting for me to put the top on this one before you'll put spray on the next one? Spread on the next one? No, but 5 is enough. Okay. Ah, there, we got it. This tray is getting very crowded. I don't know why I'm so interested in making these right now. There we go. Wait. I have one too many. One too few. We'll make one more. While the other one finishes cooking. There we go. That worked out. And then put a lid on it. Okay. We've made... Okay, but the problem is... There's the buy 4, get 1 free, and now we have 2 sets of 4, but none that can be given away for free with that. So, unfortunately, I have to make more. Unfortunately, I have to keep cooking in this video game. Has to go through the bubble phase, and then get to the dry out phase. And then it can be flipped again. Yeah. Okay. Those that are our 2 bottoms. Red bean paste. Red bean paste. Nice. There. We've made 10. We are very experienced at this. For 3. No, we got 3 on this end, 4 in the middle, 3 on that end. Make it as tidy as possible and enticing, so people will want to buy our red bean filled pancakes. And the music is very relaxing, yeah. Gray works for the seafood factory, delivering fresh catches to stores and restaurants over the town. It's hard work, but he never complains. Oh, let's wipe your brow. It is sweaty work. It's a simple job. At lunchtime, Gray can always expect a set of well-prepared bento. The rice is always extraordinary. An extraordinary portion size because Gray eats a lot, and the dishes are usually improvised by Finn, made with yesterday's leftovers. Rice, and what else? Oh, we got a little of everything. We got eggs, we got salad, we got other eggs, maybe some croquettes, those cute bento boxes, and the bear bento box. Night falls. They walk back home together. 2 different types of egg, that's love. Like, boiled eggs, unless you have a machine that specifically does that, boiled eggs is a very, very nice treat for somebody to make for you. Especially if they're pickled. I could really use some pickled eggs. I don't like most pickles, but like pickled eggs are the best. Night falls. They walk back home together. What? Are you huffing your partner's underpants? I don't like pickles. Yeah, they're too loud. Like, normal pickles are just too loud for me. Like, other things fine, but just like cucumber pickles, too much flavor. And which is really weird because I do like salty and sour things. I love salt and vinegar chips, but like the wetness, I love pickled potato chips, but the wetness and just like the wetness means that the flavor just gets everywhere and completely coats your tongue and it's too much. I've been spending a lot of time in the past couple of years like trying to figure out like why don't I like pickles? Yeah. I think it's the wetness, Asian pickled cucumbers, but the American ones are too much for me. Yeah. You've been known to drink spoonfuls of pickle juice. Have you ever had Amy, do you like a dirty martini or like a cocktail with pickle juice in it? Do those appeal to you as well? Is it creepy if it's your partner smelling your underwear? Just spoonfuls is so funny. Just take a shot. Well, how are you supposed to get the shot out of the jar without making a mess? Spoonfuls make sense. Amy, do you need a tiny little ladle for your pickle juice enjoying? A tiny little, like a shot glass on a stick, but smaller, like a half shot glass on a stick. I don't tolerate alcohol very well. I've never tried. That's fair. Shares are easier when shared by 2 people. Was it too hard to animate like him stacking 2 socks or like a shirt being folded and unfolded? We went with shoving underwear in. He is doing laundry, but like why is the underwear going in the face like that? I am delighted. If he was doing something like folding a shirt, it'd be cute, but it wouldn't be worth talking about in the same way. Like checking if it's clean. If you don't know, if it's been through the wash, it's clean. If it hasn't been through the wash, it's not clean. Period. You don't know, you don't need to smell it. And you don't need to put it in the... Yeah, I just assume that it's dirty. Tonight we are having nikujaga. Nikujaga, which means potato and meat stew. It's Gray's favorite dish. Meat and potato stew. Finn is so good at cooking. I married the right person. Listen, some of us are not good at keeping clothes organized. I do have a pile of semi-clean clothes next to my bed that can get recycled, but underwear, if it comes off, it goes in the bin. Potatoes are saturated with sweet soy and dashi broth. Combined flavors of meat and vegetables make this dish absolutely delicious. Every household prepares it slightly differently. Finn's recipe adds some cinnamon powder to bring up the flavor. Can we get a screenshot? Yes, but do we get desktop with it as well? To prevent more of that, I'll do this briefly. You know, just like casual sending screenshots to people during stream. Reminds me of the Twitter debate. It was basically the same thing. If you put on a pair of underwear and immediately took it off, is it clean or dirty? It depends. It depends on so much, but it's dirty. For the most part, it's dirty. Just like psychologically, it's dirty. By the end of the day, though, the clear air is full of stars. Yeah, I mean, team, you better watch that, yeah. The bright ones, the dim ones, those hidden behind, radiant constantly in their ways. I wonder if their cozy seaside town has low light pollution, so where they can see extra stars. Maybe she just came out of the shower, it might be clean, but I wouldn't put that. Yeah. Maybe it's like, if you get up, put stuff on, and then immediately take it off and take a shower, then they might be rewearable. But, like, just for the... just purely based on the mentality of I took off this underwear, it's dirty. Slow down, soak your body in warm water. Be amazed the night is still young. Vagrant of Windway. The psychology of underwear. Scrub it back. Do we have the reverse back scrub? Yeah, we can share the mutual backwashing. Change position. There we go. What does the shower head plus minus buttons do? Oh yeah. That turns it off. That's a little bit. Does it go higher? It does. It is getting a little steamier. Yeah! Turn that water pressure all the way up. I know someone who won't use clean towel if someone else handed it to them. The psychology of cleanliness is real. If you ever have a chance to wander into the hygiene subreddit, don't. Because it attracts the most extreme people in the cleanliness the cleanliness continuum. It's mostly people on the far end that have very strong feelings about what clean can mean, and it's usually very narrow. But like the showering together is actually really nice. If I go outside, I have to shower when I get back inside, even if it's just to get the mail. Soon, it's bedtime. Before the lights go out, there's usually one more thing to do. Gray's job requires some heavy liftings, and it's Finn's job to relieve his back pain. Whole hand. How... I don't see how these are, do I drag them in? Do you want the lower back? The whole hand all over is nice. Or maybe we're just playing make-believe. about this is the whole hand rub. Percussive strokes. Oh, here we go. Nice massage. Just like making dough, right? Rub, 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 scrub, scrub, scrub. Achievement unlocked, doughy. Thumb pressure in this area. Ow! Oh, sorry. How is it under the shoulder blades? Shoulder blades okay? Does whole hand down here? I don't. Why are you saying ow? Can we? Oh, I want you to feel good. I don't want you to be in pain. And I'm pushing harder. Okay, so comfortable. Okay. Oh, as long as you're comfortable. Kissing each other goodnight is a never-changing ritual. Give kiss. Goodnight kiss. You can't go to sleep yet. I'm so tired. That's fine, but like, give your boo some smooching. And then we turn out the lights. A new day is on the way. Good night, sweet dreams. The kitty, and there's a puppy in the mix as well. Not their dog, it seems, but in their orbit. That's it for the demo. Thank you very much. Yeah, that was really sweet. Like a neat interactable storybook. Very calming. Omurice next time demo. What extras do you have? Omo stickers! During your read-through, you might spot patterns when hovering over them. They will shine. These are Omo stickers. Click them and add them to your Omo sticker collection. You can hover the stickers. Hovering on sticker icons on this page to know where to find them, as well as stories behind them. A cute, chill game. Like, we didn't need to know how to make those pancakes. We didn't need to use them anywhere else. But we did. We made some pancakes, filled them with red bean paste, and that was that. It was sweet. That was very, very, very cute. And of course, there's a link to both Omurice and Mushroom Musume in the description to you to check out those chill games. I liked, like, it's fun to do the wilder madcap stuff, but it was really nice to visit something that's on the quieter side of what Steam visual novels have to offer. The timing was perfect for the 2-hour time frame, wasn't it though? Do I want to start another Mushroom Girl in the next 2 minutes? No. I think this will be our demos for this afternoon. Happy Pride, happy Throwback Thursday. These games came out in 2025 and 2024 respectively, so not the oldest ones we've ever played, but still quite delightful. Yeah, and I'm absolutely giving these wish lists. So, like, the next time that they are on sale, they will be scrutinized once again. Thank you for being here, Ass and Amy. I think BD stopped by as well. It was lovely to see you guys and hang out for 2 sessions of quite different energy. Yes, we have Book of Hours tomorrow. I need to make the thumbnail for that one. It always needs a little extra care. And I will be streaming on Twitch in the morning. We'll get through more of the Cozy Grove Spirit Camp demo. And then depending on how long that takes and when I start, there will be some we'll be doing some Next Fest demos afterwards. And if you make it to the beginning of just as a little temptation, if you make it to the beginning of the Twitch stream, we will be welcoming a cat to our Spirit Island. That'll be very, very cute, don't you think? Yeah, yay! We're in such a season of streaming, isn't it excellent? I'm having a lot of fun. So thank you guys once again. We'll be back tomorrow, and then lots of streaming next week. Lots of demos for Next Fest. But have a great rest of your Thursday, and I will see you for various things tomorrow. Bye, guys. Enjoy your evening.